players of the week as well. Now, we've been talking about CHAN, but how prepared is Kenya as far as CHAN is concerned, set to take place in about 18 days' time? Let's take a look at yesterday's visit by the Sports CS Salim Vuria, of course, with also the local organizing committee and the FKF President Hussein Mohamed. They were touring Nyayo and Kasarani Stadium, and of course looking at the progress. That's how the progress looks like. I believe that is Nyayo Stadium, and the dressing room there. What, ladies and gentlemen, or lady and gentlemen, what do you think? How prepared are we? Of course, the CS said that the stadium should be ready, or both stadiums should be ready by Friday, ahead of Monday's Monday deadline, when the last inspection will also be held. How ready are we? Looking at those pictures as well, how ready is Kenya to host this particular tournament? Are we where we are supposed to be at this particular time, Brenda?
Good to say we are ready now, and it's a good thing. But then this is not what should have happened. We should have been ready. I mean, we have been talking about our readiness to host CHAN for the longest time. Questions about structural integrity of whatever has been done. It is only good. It is good for our ego that we're actually finally going to be able to host CHAN properly. But then now, let us do away with this mentality of doing things last minute. If you look at our neighbors, their stadiums have been ready since forever, since we knew we were supposed to host CHAN together.
They're actually working on just
they're adding others for 2027. So as we're still here focusing on what we are hosting in 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, and then we start talking about what more should we be doing? So the call is, yes, it is good this has been done, but the rush to beat deadlines and having just a few days to go, let us learn to prepare properly. Yeah. It is good that it's finally happening, yes, congratulations, but then this is not how things should have been done. Yeah, so we all pray that nothing goes wrong because of the rush. Yeah.
Let's give flowers.
We have given flowers, but that does not take away
the right direction.
they have been done well, but then they have been done in a rush.
For one.
So we're saying let us learn to it. We've already learned that it's possible to have these things. So let us learn to do things in good time.
Shitera, looking at how Nyayo Stadium actually is, there are still some floodlights expected to be installed there, and I don't know whether you've got the latest picture of how Nyayo Stadium looks like. It's not where we think it is. It is at.
I will go by a Swahili saying that says heri nusu shari kuliko shari kamili. Looking at Nyayo, I think it will serve the purpose for CHAN, but for AFCON, I think so much still needs to be done, because going by the picture that we were given by the former sports CS Ababu Namwamba, how Nyayo will finally look, I think that is not what we have. And I think we will need to have some work done, probably put up the canopy, because if you look at the stadium now, and the current weather we are having in Nairobi, nafikiri watu wataungua kiasi watching the game, because it is a very open stadium, unlike what we were promised. So vile wanasema what was promised and what was delivered, kuna tofauti kidogo, but let us give credit where it's due. This work, as Brenda was saying, I think should have been done by the previous regime, so that we would be ready for this tournament. But again, remember, under the previous leadership, we were given CHAN to host in 2018. We were supposed to have similar pressure to deliver, but we cared less. This was not our priority. So we will not put up infrastructure ready for CHAN 2018, and we donated it to our neighbors. But I have to congratulate the government for the efforts they have put to deliver CHAN to Kenya. I think we are hosting it for the first time in the history of Kenya, and it will go down into history books that we first hosted CHAN in 2025. Nyayo Stadium, it's a pity, that's what I'm saying, was closed down for renovations in 2018, 2021, same to Kasarani. 4 years we could not have Nyayo Stadium in Kasarani for Premier League matches just because we were renovating stadia. And I think we engaged the wrong people, people who did not understand what football stadium would require. And when former President Uhuru Kenyatta went to open Nyayo and Kasarani, I think we were clapping, but the stakeholders, we knew that what has been done at Nyayo is not up to standards. What has been done at Kasarani is not up to standards. And when CAF came to inspect, they raised a red flag immediately on a newly renovated stadium. What the government is doing right now, I would say, and I will still repeat, I think I gave President Ruto an A last week.
Yes, you did.
I will stick to my A,
To your A.
because the last stadium that was built in Kenya was in 1987. I put it so. The next stadium of that standard that is being built is in 2025 under the leadership of President Ruto in 2025, Talanta Stadium. What we've been shown around that these were stadia that were built to facilitate sports activities, Kirigiti, Wanguru, Jomo Kenyatta Stadium, I think another one in the ones that have
Orandi.
played in Homa Bay. I think these are stadia that do not fit the bill. And I can clearly go on record that we really wasted resources to put up stadia that I would call for state functions. If you ask me, Jomo Kenyatta Stadium in Kisumu,
Kenyatta Stadium in
Stadium,
Machakos.
Jomo Kenyatta Stadium in Kisumu, Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos, Wanguru Stadium in Kirinyaga, Kirigiti Stadium in Kiambu. These are stadia that I would basically say were put up to host national events, but not for football, going by the surface, going by the seating capacity, because the CAF and FIFA standards are very clear on how a world-class stadium for football should look like.
You see, what are
you know, Orandi, I wish I could get a way of taking away the flowers that have been given. I wish I could get a way of taking away, because they have been given.
Give half.
Because, let's be honest. Shitera amesema, msemo wa Kiswahili ambao unasema kwamba heri nusu shari kuliko shari kamili. Na mimi nitanukuu
na mgala muue lakini
haki umpe. Lakini nitanukuu Magufuli, the late president of the former president of Tanzania. Anasema msema ukweli ni rafiki wa Mungu.
Kweli.
Honestly, CAF is pushing us. Please host this thing. Please host. If CAF did what is supposed to be done, will not host this tournament. And it's because of what Brenda was saying.
But
I agree with 100%. Just a moment. Just a moment.
I brought it. CAF also.
Just a moment.
Host this thing in 2018. It is the goodwill.
No.
Unaweza bembelezwa na goodwill sia. Na iende.
Hold your horses.
Because the government in our priorities are somewhere else. Hatuna priorities in this, but that's why I say
there's a good opportunity.
I will give it.
Why not for this particular tournament since 2018? What has happened to a Kenyan stadium? Because
Orandi, this is what I'm saying. Brenda came say something very important, that let us not always be rushing. Do you know why we are doing the draw for this Chan this week, 15th? The draw for AFCON later, I think December this year in Morocco, is happening just a few days after this draw for Chan.
That is for AFCON.
For AFCON. Because Morocco has been ready all through. We must avoid this culture of rushing, doing things that we have seen they can be done easily when there's goodwill. Easy, because what is the magic? When we see the canopy that is being done in Kasarani today, what was not there last year, that has come today, that we can say ni miracle imefanyika. Funds zilikuwa kila kitu. I saw when the president was talking directly to the contractor in Kakamega, Buhungu Stadium, and I was like, honestly, that's a good statement to us as Kenyans, but really, do we have to be waiting for either the president to go and address the contractor himself so that things move, honestly? I think it's not a good culture. We need to be sure that tusije tu tukafagia nyumba wakati tu mgeni anakuja. And I have to say, this one we owe it to one Dr. Patrice Motsepe, if CAF was not willing to, was to follow, because now we're talking about, and actually almost have a month, we don't have Kasarani ready, which is the main stadium for this, and if CAF was to follow the instructions, the rules of the game, the way they're supposed to be, to refer to it, to Kotayari even by December last year.
Yeah.
So Nikusema, let's be humble and say, as much as we are saying that we are doing this, we have not done it the way it's supposed to be done. And in fact, like she mentioned, there's high chances because of this rush. Some of the things may be done in a substandard way because really we are rushing things.
But I'll still stick to my point.
Yes.
For a government that came in 2022, it should have been done before. But for a government that came in 2022, and I think immediately after they...
This is not a question of the government, my friend. You know you are mixing issues. We are not blaming some government or condemning... It's not about government.
Orandi, I'm not mixing. I've just put... I wish you had me clearly. I said, former President Uhuru Kenyatta, with his administration, put up a tender to renovate Nyayo and Kasarani. It was renovated. It was closed down in 2018, 19, 20. He opened up a newly refurbished Kasarani in 2021.
So what's the comparison here?
A minute.
It's not about government, Shitera. It's how we do things as a country.
Let me land. We'll go on and on about and I want to land. He did at Nyayo and Kasarani, but we were given a stadium that was not up to FIFA and CAF standards. President William Ruto has engaged other technocrats to redo Kasarani and Nyayo. Now, we have gotten the nod that Nyayo is ready, but not to the standards that we expect. Kasarani will be ready. But what I'm telling you, the people who refurbished Kasarani under President Uhuru Kenyatta's reign did, I think, the phase of it. We have seen Kasarani dug like a shamba, which was not done. Now, what I'm telling you is, whatever has been done to level the playing surface, it is not something that you will do it overnight. Is here? It has to take...
Shitera. Okay, let me put a closure on this, please.
Basically, you
saying this,
beans grow in a day.
By saying this, Orandi, very quickly, Shitera is bringing a very different debate here of governments. But this is what I want to say. When we won the bid for even AFCON, no, can you listen to what I'm saying? It's a culture of doing things last minute.
But who are
basically,
gentlemen, because of time, let's cross over to Zita Jimoi there to take us through what to expect at Chan and take us what to expect at Chan and of course the teams that are participating. Over to you, Zita.
I can see the debate is heated about Chan. I hope stakeholders are taking notes and start running with this because manze tuna host kitu. We need to start hyping it now. Hyping it. Watu wanataka kufanya vitu manze. Tuanze kufanya saizi to hype. I'll just give you a glance of course, the African National Championship. Of course, it will take place 1st of February to 28th of February. Of course, the finals will be played on 28th of February. And then... that is in like 2 weeks from now. And then 8th edition of the hosted by, of course, this is the 8th edition, hosted by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. Knowing that if you host this tournament, automatically umeingia ndani wewe unacheza hiyo tournament. Hata kama tulipigwa na South Sudan, tumeingia ndani. So the draw will be, of course, conducted this Wednesday, that is on 15th at KICC. That is on Wednesday, tunajua toko tunacheza nani kwa group gani. Of course, Senegal are the reigning champions, of course, winning these against Algeria, who are hosting it in 2022. That is 3 years ago. Then Senegal walibeba kitu for the first time. And then others champions wenye wamewin kitu, of course, angalia, that is wenye wamewin Chan. Ikitu nasema Chan. Of course, champions, of course, DRC Congo wamewin mara mbili, 2009 and 2014. Angalia Tunisia wakawin 2011. 2011 Libya wamewin 2014. Of course, going to there, Morocco, of course, wamewin back-to-back, that is on 2018 and 2022. And now Senegal are the reigning champion, winning it for the first time. Teams that are participating in the coming up CHAN, of course, 17 teams now have confirmed they're going to participate. Other teams wame drop out, but naona bado wako na interest ya kurudi. Of course watarudi. Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania automatically wamebaki wameingia hivyo. Of course hao ndio host. Sudan, Morocco, Guinea, Mauritania, Senegal, Niger, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Central Africa Republic. Hiyo ndio timu inafaa tuwekwe nayo, hiyo Central Africa Republic. Hiyo ni point 3 kwetu. DRC Congo, Zambia, Angola na Madagascar. Of course Madagascar pia tuweke hapo, hiyo ni point 3 kwetu. Those are the teams that are going to participate in CHAN, confirmed. And the draw, as I said, is going to happen this Wednesday on 15th at KICC Manze. Weka Macho will be giving you updates on what will be happening, of course, as we go towards starting this tournament. That will be on the 1st of February and 28th. The finals will be played on 28th of February. We'll be here giving you all the updates on Sporty Monday. Back to you, Randy.
Well, thank you very much, Zita Jimoi. And of course, we'll be going into the break right now. But before that, let me remind you of the question of the day today. Do you think Harambee Stars have what it takes to conquer CHAN after Mapinduzi Cup upset? You can send in your answers or your views to 22422. That is our SMS line, and that's weekly for Randy on X. And of course, the hashtag is Sporty Monday. Now we'll take a short commercial break right now, but we'll be back with more on the other side of the break. This is Sporty Monday.